Hey, you guys, and welcome to Talk to Me. Today, we're going to talk about how there's no such thing as understanding. And it's a word that we use, and it's like if people don't understand you, they're a demon. But in actuality, there's no such thing on like the 3D plane of doing that. I want you to think of understudy. And that is somebody who, if you're in a play, you know all the lines, you go there, you rehearse, just in case something were to happen to the main character, you could take their place. And essentially, that's what I understand you means is that I share the same exact knowledge as you do based off of the same exact experiences. And nobody can do that. Those of you who follow me, I don't know if I said this out loud, but the other day, like maybe a week ago, I asked God for understanding, and He just showed me the most detailed existence that you can't. There's no way that I would ever ask for the understanding of God. Maybe help me to comprehend what's going on right now, give me some clarity, but I will not invite understanding in because it's just there's so many facets. It's kind of like with people. Uh, my behavior to myself is illogical. Anybody who's been walking in faith, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. There's always this just little there's greatness right in front of your face. But you got to go through all this stuff in order to be able to get there. But then you have all this life telling you you can have it sooner. You know what I mean? So, my goodness, some of us had the pleasure of being behind the scenes and doing this, but others of us, we had to live this experience out loud. I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't trade having to live it out loud, you guys. It's sometimes that the behind the scenes isolation kind of sucks, ever so often. You wonder, why do I still have a job? Do people not know that I'm employed? That type of thing. But other than that, in the ever so often feeling of loneliness, Eh, yeah, I take the behind the scenes route again, which brings me to why understanding again is just not a thing. You can't put yourself into somebody else's position. We all have this individualized thing called DNA that definitely tells us what to do in life, not just, what sex we become. There's a lot that goes into those genetic codes. And that leads us all on very, very detailed, individualized paths. There's no way that somebody could ever understand what you're going through or what you've been through. There's empathy, there's sympathy. There's I've been something similar, but true understanding isn't it. That's the reason why it's important that when you do find those kindred souls, and you'll know who they are, they're kind of like little magnets that say, "Oh, I think I'm supposed to give you a hug. Would you like to see what that feels like?" You have you meet ever so often people where you're like, I like you. I think we're supposed to be friends. And now many of us we're finally getting to a point where we can actually like say that out loud and not have it be rejected, or people immediately put up blocks to doing it. You have all the skills to navigate this um new terrain. And there has to be some type of understanding of protection and safety and security and stability. And there is a process of knocking, asking, and then looking. Okay. Like I said, I think I posted this on the social media. I only have one, and I will never have more than just probably. I can't. Nobody can make me have more than a YouTube and an Instagram. But I was posting on there about how, you have to kind of like knock on the door and be like, hey, dad, hey. And then you have to ask, for in good faith with a postured heart and all that other stuff for the type of day you'd like to have. Like, I'm pulling this down from faith. I think I'm pretty much there asking for what you're asking me to ask for. So I'm asking for it. And then it's just finding it. And it doesn't have to be next week, next month, next year. God is a moment to moment God. So I think a lot of us are just ready to move into that next phase where there are other humans here. that understand. Just kidding. There are humans here that have the intimate knowledge from within that get where I'm coming from, and we can actually start building because I have survived the battlefield. Um, and I'm ready to rebuild and restore. So, yeah, um, I think one of the most pivotal things to do is to give up trying to be understood because there's really is no such thing. And it's just from here on out, I'm known. Like people just, they get me when I walk into the room. Uh, and those are the people that I want to be around, the ones who have their own purpose and can recognize the same in me. I think we could do a lot more loving, caring, growing, all that good stuff that God intended with that mentality. And it really is just, you're shifting into a new mentality and it comes with new experiences. I'm getting my chills. I'm getting my chills. So that's good. Means I'm on to something. Have a blessed night, you guys.